Hi everybody, I'm Tina. This is To the Inner Wild. Thanks for stopping by. Anyway, I don't have a question in mind, but I do have a question I'd like to answer. I'm just feeling out the energies right now, so that's where I'm at today. And I got a little cleaned up because, you know, I just like change, you know. So if I get from tore up, you know, I felt like I needed to clean up a little bit. Having 2 days in a row like that is just no good for me. So anyway, what question here? Just, you know, this is a new challenge for me as far as feeling out energy without having verification from others. And so yeah, I'm just going with the flow of it, and I think we're doing pretty well here. There are some dead spots though, it feels like, where I think it's good just to like notice the difference, like, and just check how resilient I am to the changes and how strong I really am, so as far as not to go back. And I hear a lot of like stuff through the grapevine, just like without tapping in. I'm just it just comes to me, you know, like pre-printed tabloids almost. It's so funny because once you realize and step out of that like toxic loop, it's and it only takes like a few people sprinkled in there to like ruin up the well, but you know, you have to like draw the line somewhere. But when you do, you realize like that ish comes to you. I mean, that's how you know, that says a lot, you know, as far as our energy. I'm sure that you're getting a vibe for this too. It's 11:58 p.m. so we're a few minutes away from what is it? So the 27th. Holy moly. All right. So it's time to get serious here. So towards the end of the day, I got my you know, I got a couple things straightened out and started to declutter again, and that felt good. And anyway, where am I going with this? I missed doing dice yesterday, so I'm going to do them today. I felt like that was going to give me verification. And yeah, that is it for now. That's all that I'd like to say. And yeah, don't mind me doing a little bit of self-care. Okay. Oh, okay. Very, very nice. I like it. Okay. So, let's get this all together here. And okay, I have to have a little bit of sugar. Gotta have a bit of sugar. That's good. Alright. Got my notepad, my pen. I forgot to do the cosmic deck, but I feel like I want to do that on my private time first. Just because I felt the energy of people who wanted to kind of mess with that energy, and I won't have it. Like, my cosmic family protects me, and I protect them. We're gonna take a little hiatus on that one. As a group. But what I will do is, when I was doing that cleaning, ran it into this. We'll do cardmancy with this. And, hold on, let me see if this makes a difference. Nah. 16%. What the heck is that all about? Okay. Sorry about that. It is officially 12:01. Happy Wednesday. What is it? Happy Hump Day. So we're gonna use that, and then what else here? What else do we want to use? I felt like there's another tool that I wanted to use. Oh shoot, that's what I wanted to get. Okay, give me a second. Okay. Where did you? Oopsie, what is that? Okay. We're gonna ask, what are some of your amazing, amazing qualities, okay? Just because we're always unfolding new parts to us. So, I doubt that there will be any repetition here. Gosh, it has me salivating. So, 1 minute here. I've noticed with my line of work and where I'm at, I was previously told, by the way, by another psychic, he's no longer in the business anymore. He dropped off shortly after. I think he received his karma. But you know what he told me? He said, if I don't share the information, like he was trying to, did I just spit? Sorry. He was trying to manipulate me, because he was part of that, like, whole clique crew, you know, doing the dark magic and, like, whatevers, you know. But he said that it was like basically like a threat, and he did say that, you know, if you don't share these things, it's, you know, you're gonna be pretty lonely, and you're gonna be lonely at the top, kind of thing. But it was like a method for him to, like, call my bluff so that I could share more information, you know, be more open. And that's what I noticed, like, when I was pushing back energy, and I told you in a previous video that I felt bad. And this video is on one of these lives, not on the YouTube, but that I felt pretty bad because I didn't know how much energy to push out. And so I just did it because I really felt like I wasn't just being, like, spiritually attacked, but physically harassed, like assaulted. And so, not like I was assaulted. And so I got really tired of it. And so when I pushed the energy back, including, you know, the, what do you call it, the psychic attacks, I pushed out with full force, and that's when people started getting hurt. But you know, another person was telling me they only say that so that you'll feel bad, that so that they can keep doing what they're doing and not receive the repercussions that they're meant to. And so I have the get out of jail free card or something like that to do what I need to do. And I don't like doing those things, but I have to. I told you I have not received psychic attacks in a while, and because this new moon, I think it's an eclipse, I looked it up after I mentioned it on the last reading, and I think there's an eclipse or something. I don't know. I try not to immerse myself too much, because a lot of that is hype, and you don't know where, you know, certain people are coming from with the way they use their gifts. I only know mine, and I trust my connection. And so, yeah, so I'm starting to get a lot more psychic attacks now. Yeah, but it's a new challenge for me, Spirit says, like the angels say, that it's a good way for me to practice, pushing, doing it with more ease, like refining the mastery of it. So that's what I'm doing, and that's very nice. Like, to know that it's preparatory. It's actually helping me, so that when I face like darker energies, that it'll be like, secondhand knowledge. So I have to thank the divinity within those karmic catalysts once again, because they know not what they do in the like consciousness of the here and now as it plays out. But as I told you before, everybody has a purpose within what's happening. So I trust that those catalysts will grow as well, because how could you not, being exposed to me? Like, I truly believe that once you're exposed to me, you will have the means to grow more in a more expedited fashion. So, oh, let's go ahead and clear the air. Nag Champa it is. And let's get that going. Okay. So, oopsie. There we go. It is done. Okay. So, I gotta write down this question because I will forget the wording of it. So, now the intentions for this, okay, angels of love and light, I call you in, as well as our cosmic families of love and light, call you in. Spirit guides, of course, always welcome. Always, always, always welcome. Who else are we going to call in? Our inner children, our higher selves, our ancestors of the highest wisdom for our highest good. Ascended masters of the highest wisdom for our highest good. Now, the intentions, thank you very much for joining. Okay. The intention here, though, there are certain stipulations for this particular reading. For those that come in live, it will ring particularly true, 100% true. If for some reason, being at midnight, midweek, that no one drops into this live read, it's a-okay, because I know these are completely ringing true for me. Now, because this is a timeless energy read, this will be applicable to when, applicable to your potential, okay, or current state, okay. That's how they want me to word it. They don't want me to give off vibes that I'm, superior in any way. But I feel like I'm pretty good as far as working within my higher self. I'm pretty connected, like more than I know many others to be. And I've heard also, like I told you, tabloids coming my way, that I have poor boundaries, and therefore that's why some people don't respect me. And it's like, always coming up with excuses, aren't you? So there's a reason why Spirit made me the way they made me. So I'm just leaving it at that. I don't need to explain myself. Time waster. Let's get here. Okay. Okay, so we're going to ask. And so we want to refrain from the element of superiority, while also having firm trust in ourselves, in myself anyway, I'm just sharing with you who your reader is and what makes her so badass, you know? So, these are certain qualities because like attracts like. Where you may be at, fractions of where you may be at, or, you know, within reach. It's a potentiality for you. And I'm being very forward about this. It's 12:11 on the clock, only because I know that other spiritualists are going through, my friends and my family, to get more information from me. And the kind of questions they ask within their readings is, you know, what makes you so unique or whatever. And it's a hidden agenda so that I will get somewhat exposed to it. And therefore, if I touch on it, then they're going to be able to tap into me. That's what kind of energy, like magic, they use. It's really shady, by the way. So it's like they don't want to interact with me straight up because they don't want me to know their secrets and their truths. But they want to know what makes me stand out so that they can kind of steal that kind of essence. They can like copycat it, you know, secretly. And it's so much BS. Like, I don't care if the average person thinks that I am crazy. You know, they're just not in that part of their lives where they can understand the reality of this. But I know you fellow psychics, the ones that are reals, know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah. So I noticed that within my contact group that they were associating, connecting themselves with these, how do I say it? Irresponsible practitioners, shady practitioners, people who are creating new accounts and et cetera, and it's like, who do I drop? You know, who do I lay off? So those are my thoughts right now. But Spirit says, you know, with some of them, just kind of leave them be, because whether they're practitioners or not, because there's a purpose for them to stay connected, and it's outside of their own agenda or the other people that they're connected to. Like, Spirit knows what's going on. The angels know. So I'm going to listen to that for a little while, let people carve out their own destinies, their own karma. And you know, you can do that with integrity, or you can get whiplash from the karma that, you know, is going to, you know, inevitably make its way to you for the dishonesty and deceit, right? So, just wanted to get that off my chest first, and so I thought I'd be a little forward with my intentions, that, you know, we can all learn from each other, and yeah, I'm not gonna, like, I know nobody can duplicate me for sure, that's 100% sure, but I've been noticing, like, with music artists or other artists, that there is a certain parallel with the type of work that we do, and it's very relatable as far as the just the same dynamics. And I forgot what I was gonna say to that. Oh, I forgot to tell you, because I think that, like, I've heard, you know, there's, how do I say it? The higher selves of you guys are especially if you are very well known, are telling me that where you're at your current state, you might fear that I have latched onto you somehow. Like I can tell when you are viewing my stuff. And I don't do that because I've learned over time, and Spirit and the angels have validated the fact that this is a good practice for me, not to like get so like not to micromanage, and not to get like so high strung about the viewers, like checking who's blocking me, who's adding me and when, and who's, you know, all of that stuff, who's viewing me at one time. I know that there's apps for that, because trust me, I've done that before. The last time I worked my bad job, okay, that was like 4 or 5 years ago, and I noticed, I'm thrilled to tell you this because I've thought about this like before I was, you know, getting ready and stuff, that it only, how do I say it, it started to morph me. Like it started making me into those cliques. You know, I was just too involved in the drama, like using my energy to stress out about what they were thinking, and, you know, just all the dynamics. And at some point, you just gotta, like, be okay with not knowing, because, you know, over time I realized, you know, I have so much more of my life back, and it didn't keep me bound to living within that situation anymore, that storyline. And that's how I got myself out. I stopped, you know, all of these bad habits, and I uprooted myself, and I went straight to the sources rather than all the little facets that of the system that supported where I was at, you know, that kept me down. And so anyway, I've learned from that, and so I have not used those apps since, like, even before I started my YouTube channel. I don't use those. The closest thing that I use, truthfully, is the YouTube app that's, you know, like, it's the administrative part of it. But even there, I'm reminded, like, to not visit those things. Like, but with, like, Instagram, like, I don't waste my time with that anymore. And I'm told it's a very good thing, because those are the kinds of habits that you want to have when, you know, before you spread your wings. Like, that's the only way that you really can, so that you're not holding to, like, so much BS, you know? So, anyway, here we go. It's 12:19. Okay. What makes me so badass? I'm doing a double Z instead of a double S because, you know, you're lady. And you know what? I'm going to put these on. It feels so much more intimate when I have those things on. Okay. So, what makes me so badass? Alright, Spirit. Do what you do. What makes me so badass? So I thought I would reward myself and cheer myself up with, like, seeking answers from the divine. Maybe there are certain things that I'm not seeing myself. Maybe it's just like I need a reminder. But this is how I talk to the divine if I'm not out in nature, you know? It goes good. That's 1. 11 is justice in reverse. Oh. It says that, like, don't get all religious on me, okay? The concept of the Antichrist. Like, it's chaos before order. Like, it's, what do you say it? It gets worse before it gets better. And so, that's what I'm seeing, straight off the bat. What else, Spirit? Okay, what is that? It fell in the deck. Open up. Okay, the 3 of Cups in reverse. I was facing the 3 of Cups in reverse, so I'll pull that out. And then the 6 of Swords. Oh, and then the bottom of the deck is the World card in reverse. That's insane. All these good cards, like the traditionally BadAzz ones, are in reversal, which is funny because people, it's like we throw in people for a loop. Yeah, let me just write these things down because it helps me save time. Yeah, so it's like we turn people's world, like concepts, you know, like way of thinking upside down. But it's great because having the ability to do that, like put someone in hanged man status where they're reflecting, basically, it's like child pose, but hanging, you know, like by one leg and kind of balancing things out with the blood rushing to your head, just seeing it from a different perspective and with a different like physiological form, you know, within that context. So it's like we're a fresh so it like, you know, I'm getting this like picture of when you click on something and it has a loading time. It's the same kind of thing, like we're recalibrating. When I put people into hangman status, or organizations into hangman status, it makes them think. And it takes a little bit of time. It's not saying that there's poor intellect, it's just saying that it's new. And it's just a fresh perspective. And that's what you get with, I think, visionaries, trendsetters, yeah, and that it's like leading the way to calmer waters. That what's currently happening is not really happening. It's turmoil in disguise. So I help people get to calmer waters by realizing, you know, people don't realize how much turmoil they are in until they are in like calmer waters. So it's that kind of change that you and I bring into people's lives. I think I'm supposed to revisit this later. I'm not supposed to write down everything. Okay, so we'll put that there. Okay, this is like the header card here. Okay. So Spirit, thank you very much. Let me see here. So for this whole thing, I'm going to speak it in dominant form as myself. Because I need to honor myself, regardless if people think like it's conceited or whatever, because I can feel it. I can feel those energies. But you know, I need to be able to validate my worth, and regardless of whether or not anybody listens to it, like I need to be able to have like create these positive affirmations by realizing, you know, certain aspects of myself, that because nobody says it in my real life, and even in the psychic realm, like it's like I said, it's like passing a letter underneath like the door almost, but it's like people are too afraid to get close to me, and it could be like the dark energies that have been around me, but there's, you know, let's just move on, okay? This is for my personal growth, and to, like I said, give myself a reward, and you know, be forward with those that you know, want to do better. I'm doing this for the benefit of the doubt, like that, you know, to help others kind of transcend their own traumas. Yeah. So, if you feel like you've transcended every trauma in your life, then go in peace. Go. I'm happy for you. Let's leave it at that. Okay? But if you feel like you're benefiting in this, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It would help give me another venue. Or consider Denmoing. Donating to my channel to support what I do. I have a Venmo in my description box. You know, of one of those 2022 readings there. Okay. What else makes me so super badass? That's fun. I told you, the Hierophant in reverse. Okay. So the Hierophant in reverse, it's like a teacher, you know, a spiritual leader, but it's in reverse, which means that very untraditional. Like, instead of, how do I say it? It's like the cool uncle or cool aunt, you know? But we do things, like our goal is the same in reaching people and, you know, helping people, but our methods are very different. Yeah. See, the red robes. What is it? Red Rover? Red Rover. What is that? Oh, why am I getting that? Oh my gosh. Red Rover is like an old elementary school game. They don't do it anymore because of the physical harm that it can cause kids, because some kids are just like, they don't know their boundaries. They just want to win. So they hurt people. So anyway, it's Red Rover. And people, like, there's two sets of kids, right? And one line, they're both lined up parallel. They're both facing each other, holding hands. And one person, this is what I recall from it, but one person, or one line says, Red Rover brings somebody over. So that person comes, like, unleashes their hands and comes charging forwards and tries to break the link. So, to get attached. I don't know what the consequence is if they don't, but it's the element of breaking ties to join, to bond. I think that's how it goes. Anyway, I got the whole visualization of breaking chains. That's what it is. That's what makes me so badass. Okay. Yeah, so Spirit just told me, like, I can continue on claiming, like, this is like a practice for me, spiritually speaking, that a leader needs to be able to take ownership and not feel bad about the good things that they do. and just to kind of recognize that, rescripting things so that like the chips on my shoulder that were the results of somebody else's words or whatever isn't going to weigh me down. So ultimately, just as I am taking responsibility for my life, others should do the same. So that being said, that when I personally claim this reading being 100% present physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, 360 present here and now within this reading, real time, that it's absolutely for me. And if you would like to tap into this energy, this type of energy, it's ultimately your responsibility. So I'm not going to claim it for you. I'm going to claim this absolutely for myself. And then Spirit said, just to, you know, if you want to claim some of it, you know, some of that to within your higher self, then you have to take responsibility for it too. Okay, that's that. All right, Spirit. Is there anything more that you would like to say with regards to that, or did I convey that appropriately? Okay, we're going to clear the air real quick before I... Very nice, very nice. Okay. Okay. These are nice cards, though. I must admit. Okay. Spirit, is there anything else you want me to say with regards to that? No, I think the last note of that is that some people are, or most people are not used to others being so forward with that kind of energy. So I may be very striking to some of you, or many of you. Yeah, but I what makes me so badass is that I do care about others, especially with like other women, my kin, and children. Like, you know, it's right there. That the horizons that I'm bringing others to is also calm. It's the same color as the like the trees, all of that growth is the same color as the water, indicating that on this part of the horizon it's calm. Yeah, oh my gosh, you cannot like joke around with this. The blues, it's all calm. So that once we get to calmer waters, there's celebration, there's closures, there's ends of cycles. It's like, it's this cup runneth over, this like this boat can be put away, like capsized, like, and all that water, you know, is dripping into here. You know, it's real drip, like what people really, really want for in life. The real drip. Not just the feels of it. That's cool. I like it. Okay. I'm also getting that song like from Fleetwood Mac, like Never Break the Chains, and that's like counterintuitive to having to break chains, but that's speaking of other energies in our life where we have to say goodbye to because of our worth, you know. Is there anything else here, Spirit? What makes me so badass? Okay. Oh, Four of Pentacles. It's ownership. Accountability. Yeah, I'd take the wheel. Like, it's funny because I'm looking at this. You see it? And Spirit's like saying, I'm one of those conscientious drivers. Like, I'm a new driver. So it's like, okay, I'll look at the bottom. But like, I'm driving, right? But I'm like really close. I'm like, do you see that? That's funny. I don't know if you can see the lean, but that's funny, Spirit. Yeah, because the chin is like right over that. Like, that's funny. Okay. Just looking out for where I'm going, where we're going. Is there anything else? Oh, it's something on the deck. Oh, it's Tower in reverse, but it's facing Five of Wands in reverse. That's excellent. Okay, we'll put those two cards together. I like it. I like it. So, oh, look. Five of Wands. Right behind that was the Devil. Obsessions and stuff. So, okay. I'm curious. In the bottom of the deck is the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. That's good. Okay. So what we do here, or what I do, is, let me just make sure here. Okay. Because this is conflict, you know, facing conflict, where everyone uses the same tools to bicker with, basically. And then when you look at it, it's like, okay, the Tower is something that causes destruction. Like you're dismantling, do you see that? Dismantling foundations that were no good. They were dark. They represented things that were dark. And so when we, okay, so it's like we're helping people as well as ourselves. Like, we're dropping the conflicts. We're picking our battles. We're not going to fight over every single little thing. But at the same time, we'll defend ourselves. And part of that is like looking at like old foundations that, you know, need a wrecking ball. And so it's like we let go of, like, we face our bigger challenges. Yeah. I have to say we on that one. Spirit said. But most definitely I face my bigger challenges. And, you know, all these little petty conflicts are, I think this is like this 2-year span of separation and all of that. Where it was like really crazy. And before that it was pretty crazy too. But, it's uprooting certain things that, that it's been a long time coming. So I'm going to put that off to the side near the protection bowl. I'm told to do that. Yeah, so it's an awesome thing to do that, only because, you know, a lot of people don't want to face this, like, be their own wrecking ball of, you know, of changes that need to happen, because it affects everything. And so they would rather just like pick little fights and progress in this demeanor. Yeah, so to be able to pick our own battles and reserve our energy for bigger life-changing events that show the universe that we trust in its purpose is pretty badass. It's cosmically speaking, cosmically badass. Okay. Okay. These 3 fell on the 4 of Pentacles and the Hierophant, you know, like a world card, and it fell on everything except the 3 of Cups in reverse. Oh my goodness. So it's the Ace of Wands in reverse, the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, and the Empress in reverse. This is like all in the making. So what it's saying is that laying on top of this, I'm reminded that I'm a work in progress to like super duper creative, bountiful, and the Empress in the making. So it's, you know, all of these actions profess this core level of being. So in the making, the core level of this being, like, you know, my light being. But the most important thing is that while I'm in the becoming of, you know, completely acing the wealth of this, you know, it's embodying wealth, it's being surrounded by wealth, and, you know, being the contributor of all of these things that have come into fruition, and being able to propagate that and, you know, gift that to others, just as Spirit gifted that to me, is frickin' amazing. That in the becoming, all of these actions surrounding it, is pretty badass. Like, to do all these things where people like don't really celebrate you, or like you have to close out cycles, and like going at things from a different angle, and still being a good person and while at my best, you know, it says a lot, because I'm not rewarded the same things the average person gets. And I'm not saying that I'm not thankful. There's just the blessings are very much in disguise. Yeah. Yeah, because most people, you know, they just want to kind of live under cover, like within the little bickerings and the little complaints and the, you know, the fake highs, hellos, how are you doing, you know, all of that. It's a mask on everything. So, what else? That's most people anyway. Okay, ooh. The Emperor just fell down on that, like closest to us, or to me. It's absolute ownership. It says to look at number 44, master number 44. So, we've talked about the Emperor many times, but it's absolute ownership, and it's action oriented, and it's knowing when to act and what to, how to expend your energy, as well as being able to understand different facets of your life and others' lives, to delegate certain areas of responsibility, because we're in this together. But, you know, no one can really do it on their own in absolute form. But that's not how we're made. But how do I say it? It's like, how do I say it? I don't know what else to say about this right now. I'm getting the picture of the sun. You know, in yesterday's reading, we received an Egyptian card, but on the bottom of the deck, it conveyed something about the sun as well. It was in the desert, and like, so you'll just have to go into that. But I know I'm noticing the orange background, so it's like the rising sun is the emperor. It's taking complete ownership. Okay, I feel like that's it for this deck, right, Spirit? Yeah, we're done with that deck. Bottom of the deck is Two of Cups. Let me tell you this. Okay, I have to leave that there. When I did the donations, I didn't feel like I didn't want to tell you this because I figured I was just going to do a post or whatever, or maybe I might speak too soon. But remember that the house that Jill built, plate that I got, I didn't find anything like at the store, but I found 2 cups side by side that were the same design of that plate. And like, it's like, what are the chances? And I checked, I scanned everything, like, to see if there's a 3rd cup or a 4th cup or whatever. And I checked the bottom, it didn't have any kind of branding on it, but it was just, the imagery was so distinct, so familiar, that I took like a double take, a triple take, and then I was like, no. I checked my Instagram and I was like, oh, that was correct. So Spirit said to look out for the signs, and I found the 2 of Cups. Isn't that awesome? That's the bottom of the deck. That's the secret sauce. Oh my gosh, it's telling me I'm becoming the Queen of Cups. Aw, that I'm oh. That's sweet. Where did I see that reading? I was just shook because I saw the comparison. It was in one of these live readings. I remember that it was, it closely resembled the Queen of Cups. Oh my gosh. Things are happening. Things are starting. So, that's really nice to get that support. Then I'm finally balancing within. That's the inner alchemy. And this is the Fool's journey of being like in the becoming. And that's so cool. And it, you know, there could be like a love story behind that too, but like, as I said, I refuse to allow people to read into my life, my world, my friends, my family. Like, they know that I have boundaries, and just because they may use magic or whatever to succeed in trying to read me doesn't mean it doesn't come without consequences. Yeah, my stomach just growled at that. That's funny. Okay, so going to pick from this deck. Actually, should I, Spirit? I feel like, yeah, because I'm just going with it. So, okay. Okay, Spirit. What makes me so badass? 12:49 on the clock. That one. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. It's harvesting time. There's a big Y right there too. Huh. It's Cancer. The crab. Okay, so since it's harvesting time, and I think in one of my recent channelings of a playlist, I remember there was Prodigy, Breathe, and there was a crab on the cover, which is, you know, their album cover or whatever. But it's reminding me of that, to breathe before I start harvesting. So if you are also within the mode of that, I kind of get the feel that some of you guys, people out there, are also within manifestation mode. That before you harvest, we need to center ourselves. Especially I need to do that. I need to brace myself before I harvest. That's what they're saying. Okay, I have to write that one down because it's a guideline. I think that's another piece to it. In the element of showing self-love, as the Queen of Cups would, they are also receptive to what their needs are, most receptive to that. So in that song, Breathe, it's chaotic in its audio form, and it says a lot as far as like there's a need for grounding before we get to that next phase of manifestation, which is reaping what we've sown. And I've sown a lot, so yeah, that's good to know. It's eyes on the prize. If you can see that here, and there, it's like there's eyes right there that are highlighted. Yes, 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 eyes on the prize. Okay, give me a second. I need some water, so give me a second. I have to like cover this up for a moment. Okay. Okay. Where shall I put this? Maybe right there. When it goes by, so I can drink some more as needed. Okay. So, spirit, what angels, ancestors, higher selves, and children, what makes me so badass? Nine of Cups in reverse. I felt the need to go ahead and shift it, though. I think it's the ability to find happiness wherever I go, because it was like almost like Gambit. Like I felt it, but I didn't entertain it. It was just like, yeah, the Northern Crown, Corona Borealis. Yeah, it's spring on here. So, yeah, the ability to find happiness wherever, whenever. Okie dokie. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. We can't take all of that. That's a lot. Oh wait. What? Okay, I don't know. Let's just try that again. Okay, Nine of Wands in reverse. Okay. The sea monster. Cetus. Oh. Okay, Nine of Wands in reverse. Nine of Wands. Letting down some boundaries because it's consecutive to the 9. I'm also told to look at Master 9, number 99. So yeah, this is what I wanted to say in the intro. As far as people like thinking that I don't have like the best boundaries, so I'm not worthy of respect or whatever. The thing is that like I just shortcutted that because I didn't want to like indulge in that energy, but I'm told to say it here, is that part of the reason why I'm so open, it's not just how I was made, but I don't feel it right within my character to constantly have my shields, like, you know, like with anxiety, you know. It's, I know that's how a lot of like proper spiritualists practice, and I do have certain guards up, but when it comes down to it, like, the inner child in me is so strong and so sounding that spirit supports that in a way that, like, they're okay with me having the spirit of a child, that it's healthy for others to see that and to learn from that, for others to tap into that themselves, into their own inner children, because they're severely neglected. You know, it's the only way to pave a route to listening to, like, the deeper issues that how do I say it? Yeah, that only you're able to cure. Like, you don't have to go to like a 7-week seminar or whatever, like buy into any programs to turn your life right side up. Like, you can do this on your own. They're telling me this. We can do this on our own. And it's great to get inspiration and this and that, or some tips and pointers. But when it comes down to it, it's like, we're naturally healers. We can do this, okay? So, the Nine of Wands is telling me that they're in reverse, saying that the divine is very supportive in my ways, so much that I am protected. And even if, like, negative energy finds some kind of success in penetrating my, like, auras or whatever, there's different karma attached to that. When others do that to me, there's different I forget, gosh, what's the word, Spirit? Rewards and oh gosh, why am I not finding the word for it? Okay, they want me, because I'm not thinking of the word. They don't want me to come off as a threat. Okay, because, you know, when others have ill intent towards me, they should know repercussions. Okay, so they wanted me to say it, but they wanted me to focus on the fact that there are greater rewards than repercussions. Like, no, how do I say it? Because there are great repercussions. It's just they want me to let you know that when you work with me, the rewards are magnified. I'm told to tell you that. Yeah. Like, I know that personally, because I know how much I give and how true I am with what I'm doing and what my intent is. So I can say that 100%. The only reason why I'm reluctant in saying that is because I know how it might be perceived to others. Like, especially if you're new to me, you don't really know me, and you're used to, like, the whole world, like, messing, like, effing with you. You'll learn, like, if you want to, you know. But yeah, they're saying that, like, when I release some of those boundaries, it's for a good reason, and it's well supported by the divine. So we're just reiterating that there. And then being the sea monster in reverse, it's giving me, like, the strength card as well, like, taming the lion within the seas of, like, feelings and intuition. Yeah, okay. Anything else you want to say, Spirit? Why? What makes me so badass? Ooh, Okay, this is the last card for this because it darted towards another deck that they wanted me to get. Four of Swords in reverse, so it's moving out of healing. It's the arrow. It's like the shot in the dark. Oh, people don't see me coming, like where I'll hit them. But when it's funny, it's like I'm getting what is it? Mockingjay, how her shots are accurate. And they're even accurate in the dark. It's not just shooting in the dark and being accurate. It's getting at people, like pinning people's shadows down. Oh, that's so nice. I forget what her name is. I'm not remembering it right now. Okay. Mockingjay must be a spirit totem as well then. So they're like melodic versions of parrots. If you think about that, in its whistling tone, they mimic the patterns of speech, the vibrations. So that's very Heyoka-like. Yeah. That's really cool. Okay. Thank you very much for the messages. Okay, we're going to move into the cards. Like, I have a lot here to pick from. I don't know what all of them are, but let's get a good amount. Come on. And then another portion of it. There's a lot here. Okay. Okay. I think that's good. That's a good amount, right? Okay. Alright, Spirit, Angels, ourselves. I'm only doing these upright readings, okay? So this one is, okay, let me just see it intuitively. It's the Queen of Swords within a palace. Something's on fire. I can't really see, but this is Eowyn, before the gates of Meduseld. Alone, Eowyn stood before the doors of the house at the stairs' head. The sword was set upright before her, and her hands were laid upon the hilt. Yeah, so this is Lord of the Rings. Oh, this is the one that Liv Tyler played, I believe. But yeah, it's being almost immortalized within the truth. I love it. That's cool. Like, we're waiting for anyone to come, and it's not like trying to create war, but it's defending. It's protecting. Standing within that truth so firmly. That's so interesting. Wow, and she can do it on her own, and there's a bunch of birds too. What? There's like so many birds. So many birds all over the card. That's crazy. Okay. What else? Okay. That's a lot. We'll just get these ones. I don't know. You can always take those ones out if you're like interested, but these felt like correct ones. So there's dragons. Okay. It's like the queen, yeah, the Queen of Swords, but within armory. And there's dragons abound, but the dragons are not fighting her. Either they're with her, or the dragons understand the type of energies that are that it's meant to fight against, and which ones to like not harm. So I'm getting that. Eowyn and the Witch King of Angmar. Angmar. Her eyes, gray as the sea, were hard and fell, and yet tears were on her cheek. A sword was in her hand, and she raised her shield against the horror of her enemy's eyes. Oh. It's showing like the dragon is with her. But it's sad because there's death that she needs to face. Yeah. So she's able to slay the right demons. That's what I can do. That's what I do. Okay. This one, oh, we got this one before. Yeah. I don't know which one that means, but let me see here. Another Queen of Swords reference, but this is like more fierce, like seeing through a different lens when it comes to war. That's what makes me so badass. Do you see that? That others can see that, even the opposite sex, and they're with me on that. Cool. I like it. Okay. Pegasus. There's 3 in the background. Is that the Valkyries? When it comes to, like, what is it? Thor and, gosh, what is her name? It's, Wonder Woman, is it? I think it's Wonder Woman. You know, the Valkyries. I think I'm pronouncing that right. There's something majestic, like unicorn status, but I can fly, and I'm one of at least 3 here. So saying that I'm a rarity. And I'm coming to rescue those that need to be saved. Yeah. So when I do prayer, that's part of my prayer, actually. Okay, that's a specifier here. You see there's like lava here. There's a centaur, half man, half horse. So it's indicating people who work in darkness in a way that is almost instinctual. Like, it's not just instinctual, it's what is it, human instinct, like but it's like animal instinct, you know. It's at will. Yeah, it's so kind of ruthless in a way, hard-lined. So I'm able to come in and help the people that need it. I can do that. I do that. Whether, like, I realize that a lot of people, you know, while they're going through their stuff, especially if, like, they're very well known, they're not going to admit to these things that, like, appear to be a weakness. Not because they feel that it weakens them, but because society overall gauges weakness in that manner. So to kind of give someone like me accolades, it's almost like it's almost like they are admitting, like validating their own weaknesses, and most people don't like doing that, you know. Oh, Ace of Wands coming in again. Pegasus. This came off the top. It was telling me to pick it up, but I was like, should I keep it secret? So Ace of Wands in reverse. It's appearing again, both like in the go time dish and outside of it. So it like it's like all the time we're able to give. there's a lot of creativity here, but the fact that it says Pegasus on there just like blew my mind. So, where is that card? Oh, it's right there. We'll put you together. I like it. I like it. Is there anything else here? Okay. Okay, so that one. These two, I guess. Okay. I was told to get more. I see like a magician, like a card player. Oh, these two are holding orbs. So there's like a masculine and a feminine. Spirit is confirming that I'm psychic. That's so funny. I mean, like, it's for real. Look, like it's. Do you see these? Like, we can see different pictures. Both like the voyage and like this adventurous escape. It's like old world and new world. Oh my gosh. Someone described me, actually 2 or 3 people described me as a seer. And I didn't even know it's 1:11 on the clock. Holy smokes. How do I do this? I want to take a snapshot. Oh, that's so crazy. Okay. So it's,